there's an automatic rematch, and then you already signed the contract for the fight. So my question is this, because I'm still worried like you that he's gonna back out of this fight. So now that y'all signed the contract, he has to fight you. But what happens if he gets, I'm injured or I can't fight? Can he just move on and fight someone else, or does he have to just reschedule and fight you?
No, we just don't even talk about that. We don't even put that in. What people be saying, the energy, universe, Mars, space.
But I'm just saying, does he have to fight you next is what I'm saying. He can't somehow get out of your fight and go take another fight.
I don't know what his contract states because you recognize he did a multiple fight deal with Showtime. So I don't have the liberty to know what his deal means and how did that do with opponents. In the UFC, they do it differently. With Showtime is their own, they're on their own monster. They can do whatever they want. So for me, I'm just focused on the positive. That's the part that was the most nerve wracking. Not the training, not switching over to boxing and getting the new stance. Like those things were exciting. The thing that was kind of frustrating to me and scary is like, what if I get all gassed up and pumped up that I'm about to go out here and beat this dude up and completely change my narrative? You know what I mean? Lift up my profile, and then he just bitch out, right? So that's why I'm trying to pressure him. So if he try to do that bullshit, I want the fans and hashtag, everybody watch this, hashtag anti-bitch clause. Don't try to say you bust your hymen during sprints. Don't try to say, your monthly. Don't say none of that BS. Come and catch this fade. Don't fake Corona. You probably drank the Clorox. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. So that's kind of like that's actual real variable. That's like a real variable. Like, how fighting is always something it's always about focus on something, right?
Yeah.
It can be this distraction. It can be women. It can be, it's so humid in Texas and you don't want to go out and train. There's so many different things that can make you not want to go out there and do what you want to do. So we always are fighting something. It could be an injury. Yeah. It can be, your headspace. It could be you had a couple losses. And so yeah, you never know. You never know when you're going to do something that really explodes you to that next level. And for me, I just been doing so many things and people notice, okay, he do a lot of stuff, but they never really take a stop and listen and watch how I did it. He was the first one to do that. They told me never to open a gym. I would never be a world champion. George St. Pierre don't have a gym. They'll open up a gym. You'll never be a world champion. I opened my gym in 2011. Yeah. 5 belts later, I was never supposed to make it. I put that in the post. I put that in the song. I was supposed to be a statistic. Nobody retired from being a gangbanger, and somebody from the street. I'm not supposed to be where I'm at, and I'm thankful for that. And that's kind of why I feel like I'm the chosen one, because I put in this place for a reason to show people it's possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And last thing about boxing real fast, just because I'm curious. I know you got the rematch clause with him or whatever, and that's just side stuff. But are you looking to possibly, I know you're fired about this fight, and I don't want to get past this fight because I love seeing how you're fired up about it. You're training. You're at a new place busting your ass every day on my timeline. I fucking love seeing it, man. But it seems like you're fired up about boxing too, not just boxing Jake Paul. Are you looking to maybe possibly have a couple fights even after this, and depending on who the opponent, and maybe have a few boxing matches?
Oh, for sure. I'm going to box a couple times before I do MMA again. So I'm going to box maybe 2 or 3 times in a row.
Cool.
Then I'm going to do MMA.
Awesome.
So for sure. And I know that by me doing this, all it's going to do is sharpen up my striking for MMA. So it's going to be a blessing in disguise. Take my mind away. It's draining. You've been in the UFC, the highs and lows, the politics, the fair weather fans, the ride or dies that make it worth it. Yeah. 1 or 2 kids that come up to you in the airport, they say, man, I started wrestling because of you, man. I went to the seafood place, said, man, I looked up to you, man. You the reason why I'm wrestling right now, dude. Like, I watched you and I said, you know what? I'm going to start wrestling. And he went to work never thinking that he ever was going to see me. And he, you know what I mean? If that's a true story, think about that.
Yeah.
Now that makes him want to drive even harder because I'm not an asshole. We laughing, taking pictures, whatever. So now he wanted to, he wanted to turn up. And there's people like that I watch. I'm like, you know what? They let me know it's possible. Somebody put their toe on the moon. I'm gone. It's out of here.